talking about health all the time, but we're not talking about fun health. That can manage your anxiety, it can reduce your stress. Like prioritizing fun and that lightness in your life is just so good for us.
Treena Innes is a life fun expert, author of Mind Doodles, and a vibrant force behind the global fun movement. Sometimes when you think of fun, people think, oh, this is like toxic positivity. This is not what you're saying. This is a lot about resilience. It's bouncing back from challenges by really nurturing positive things.
We can inspire the world to prioritize fun in our life as a must-have, not a nice-to-have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pause to Elevate with Dr. Al-Mashat. Buckle up, friends. I've been experiencing some anticipatory fun leading up to today. My guest today is Treena Innes, a dynamic life fun expert and author of Mind Doodles. By the way, great book. I have it right over here in my hands. And the vibrant force behind a global fun movement. With over 25 years leading tech, nonprofit, and startup companies. Treena now dedicates her energy to helping people live more playfully and purposefully. She visited over 40 countries to uncover how cultures experience joy and now share those fun codes, which we'll speak about through her workshops, book, public speaking. Get ready to get inspired because Treena is here to show us that fun is not a luxury. It's essential. But first, Treena, a warm welcome to you to the Pause to Elevate podcast.
Thank you so much. That is a great introduction. I'm like, is that me?
Yeah.
Wow.
This person's amazing.
Who is this girl? So, Kizim, thank you so much for inviting me today. I've just been having the honor of recently getting to know you and your laughter and your vision and your intent. And I just love everything about you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're truly super sweet and kind. And, you know, before we even started recording, I mean, my tears were coming down from laughing with you. Just, you really live this purpose that you have in your heart, this fun. And I'm wondering, like, how did that transformation happen from you know, being in tech and nonprofit to a fun expert?
Okay, so the story,
yes,
the story behind all this fun. Well, I think my mother used to say to me that I was born laughing, that I was born smiling, that I was born with this positive attitude. So I know when I often get interviewed or have conversations, I do get asked about this transformation. You know, what was the big thing that bonked me on the head? And there was nothing that bonked me on the head. I've been living this life of fun, prioritizing laughter and play. And I think I was just naturally born this way. My parents must have really done a really great job of encouraging me to play as a child because I just kept on going into adulthood. In fact, my husband keeps saying to me, when are you going to like slow down and stop playing? I'm like, what? Is that even a thing? I don't know. But what happened with developing a business of inspiring fun was the book that you just held up, Mind Doodles. So I've had a very dynamic career and a very beautiful, rich life where I've always instilled play, fun habits in life and in the workplace and cultures. And I look for relationships that also bring that fun element and that play element. And when I wrote the book Mind Doodles, which was a bucket list in my life to write a book by the time I turned 50, I hosted a fabulous yacht party with 150 friends and family, and we danced the night away with a live band. And my friends said, oh, this is the best book ever. And then it was time for me to hit the Amazon selling button. And I didn't know how the world was going to take this book. It was more of a self-development. It was a bucket list. It was, in the end, it actually ended up being a book about what I know about life. And it was, in case, I got hit by a bus any day now, my kids would be bestowed this wisdom from their mother for the rest of their lives. And when it went out to Amazon, what happened was something I wasn't expecting. And strangers were reaching out to me and saying, I've read your book. How do you live life this way? And I'd be like, live it what way? And live with vibrance and laughter and play and energy and passion and purpose. And I, up until then, I was not thinking I was living anything extraordinary. I was just the
Just
gal
being
next
you, like
door.
this is how life is for you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so that was my aha moment, my light bulb
Mm.
going on. And that was I thought, you know what? I can do this. I can teach people. I can teach people what I know and what I've learned in my life through work and
Mm.
personally, how to find their fun and have more fun, laughter, and vibrancy in their lives. So, thus, Mind Doodles was born as a business.
So really, it was organic because it's how you live your life. But you had a goal, which is the book, and this goal really gathered everything you've been doing naturally in your
Yes.
life, in your
Yes.
work, and then people got more interested in it, and now
Yes.
you had this idea, like, but it creates like you need to have space and creativity, like somehow. What helped you with that? Like, what do you? Is there a process that you did that helped you
Yes.
come up with these things?
Yes, that's a great question. So it was pausing
Yeah.
and so really taking the time to, and when I wrote the book, I did a lot of reflection. So that's a great, I don't know if anybody, if you've written a book or attempt to write a book or want to
Mm.
write a book, but any to your audience, when you write a book, is really about a self journey for
Yeah.
yourself. And I'll just tell you a quick story. My original intent of the book was writing a fiction novel, and it was called Behind Closed Doors. And there was like 50 characters that were, it was all steamy, and
Oh
everybody
wow.
was integrated integrated with each other. And I had Betty and Bob and Sue, and I had all these characters. And I started writing when I was 40. And by the time I was inching up to 50, I was like, I don't have this book written, because writing a fiction novel was not my jam. That was not my, uh, I was getting bored very quickly of the characters. I kept rewriting them. And I
Mm.
just realized I have a very short game in writing and not a long game. So that's where it was, again, a very self
Mm.
reflection journey for me. That I was not a fiction writer, but I was a better writer for telling people what I
Right.
know. Yeah, so that was a learning journey. And so
Mm.
during this learning, then, okay, I'm going to sit down and write about what I know. Well, what do I know? So there was a lot of reflection on what I'm doing in my life that would be valuable for, again, at the time, for my children to hear, my friends to hear,
Mm.
and then now out to the world to hear. And so that reflection really caused me to pause and look at my life, and go on the balcony, and that 360-foot
Right.
level, and look down about what I'm doing. And when the Amazon readers were coming to me, I paused again and, like, what am I doing? How am I living this life? Like, what am I doing that's
Right.
unique? So I did about a year of research, and there was a lot of reflection on how I live my life. So, as an example, here's a really
Mm.
practical tool that I use every day. I do an assessment of my day, and I call it like my fire in my belly pulse check. So
Fire in the belly pulse check.
fire
I
my
love that.
belly. You can call it evaluation or quality
Yeah.
improvement, but I call it my fire in the belly. So I just go through my day and what I touched and what affected me. And if it had a fire in my belly, I keep doing it. That's my cue to say, keep doing that. That's amped you up. That's inspired you. And if it didn't, and I don't have to do it, I will stop it. So it's
Mm.
my little daily evaluation of really being in tune with, okay, what did I touch today that actually got me lively? What amped me up? What
Mm.
got me excited? What do I want to do more of? And what do I want to do less of? I mean, we all have to do things that we, like our taxes and things like that.
Yeah,
Might
yeah.
not give you your
It
fire
may,
in the
may
belly.
may not bring fire in the belly, but you got to still do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But the things that are optional, absolutely. So that's just one easy
Yeah.
practical tool anybody can do. And a lot of people call that probably, self-reflection at the end of your day,
Mhm.
or just taking time to process. And that is a daily practice for me. So that's one thing that I do in my life.
It's time for a quick little update. A few months ago, 2.5% of you who are watching this content were subscribed to this channel. I'm so grateful to you. You helped us move it to 20%. However, if we do the math, that still leaves us 80% of you have not subscribed. Please help me change that. Go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the content. So this does not take too long. Like you're saying, a check is just a little pause you take, tune in, And so you might be looking at a project or whatever you need to do.
I
And
just go through almost like a movie of my day in my brain. That's how
mm,
I do it. So I just
mm.
go from waking up to bedtime. What did I touch that got me excited?
And you use that the next day. So at the
Well,
end
then
of
I
the
just
day,
build it in my life. Yeah, then I go, okay, well, I
wow.
really enjoyed meeting that person. I'm going to,
Mm.
make a relationship with that person in the future. Or perhaps I found a new trail today that I did a hike on. Mental note, I'm doing that again, or something maybe I didn't enjoy that trail because it wasn't enough trees. So mental note, not do that
Mm.
again. Perhaps something at work really amped me up. So I'm going to do more of that, or something that deflated me. I'm going
Right.
to do less of that. So I just go through the movie of the day.
Yes, that's such a beautiful description. So it's replaying back the day. And as you
Hmm.
replay back the day, you're connecting with this fire in the belly to see like what really moved you, inspired you. Because
Yes.
that's really living inspired. Like what a great tool you just shared with us.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it takes 3 minutes top to bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't take
Yeah.
long. Don't overthink it. Just roll it through, and you can, people are very in tune with their body. So your body will
Mm,
tell you, right, if it was joy or not joy for
totally.
you.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which requires awareness, right? So you're building
Mm-hmm.
awareness to sensations, emotions, thoughts. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
this turning in. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering a couple of things about you sharing
Mm-hmm.
here. There's something I really appreciate about you naming you went for originally fiction, writing a fiction book,
Yes.
right? But you didn't just keep forcing it has to be a
Mm-hmm.
fiction book. You weren't rigid. Something
Mm-hmm.
in you had the courage to let go of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us struggle with letting go of. We think this must be the
Mm-hmm.
goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like what helped you let go of that and opening up to something else? Like because you could have kind of banged against the wall, right?
Yeah. Well, and probably just what we just talked about
Yeah,
with the fire in the belly. Like I was having a fire in the belly writing it, but it wasn't feeling good that I wasn't moving. I wasn't progressing.
yeah.
And so that was my own aha of, okay, this perhaps is not the route I'm supposed to be going in writing this book.
Right.
And what I can write about, like what I do know about myself is I'm a sprinter, right? I'm not a marathon runner. I know you're a
Mm.
marathon runner. I saw, so I know you are, but I don't have a long game. I'm short. I'm fast.
Yeah.
I want
You're
to
the
just get from A
Hussein
to
Bolt, the sprinter.
yeah, a sprinter.
Yeah.
I'm not very fast, but I can sprint. I don't I live life in a very short game. I live here like every day might be my last. And
Mm,
so it's that I don't plan a year out. I plan like for next
mm.
month. It's very short. So that also made sense to me in writing. So I'm
Ah,
writing a book that has a long game that requires a length of time, and it was again rubbing against my personality. So then I'm like,
mm.
scrap that. I'm just going to write about what I know, and I'm going to write short vignette style
Yeah.
of things I know, and they're going to be short and sweet and quick because that's my personality style.
Yeah. And it's so digestible. Like this book is so digestible. I'm wondering, did you get certain feedback about certain of the chapters that really stuck
Yes.
with people? Like, I'm wondering because all of
Yes.
them, but was there one or two that really stood out for people?
Well, which one did you like, and then I will share out which one stood out for you.
I love the building. I have a question about that actually
Oh,
as well,
okay.
which is the anticipatory. I love the idea of, are you skipping the best part of fun, the anticipation of a fun?
Okay. Yeah. That's what stood out for you.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we don't have to wait till the fun. We can enjoy
Mm-mm.
leading up to the fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's a good, and it is true. And there's scientific facts that prove that if you're, say, planning a vacation, or you're planning to
Mhm.
hang out with your friend on Saturday, doing something that you enjoy together during that week leading up to it, or that time leading up to that one thing you're looking forward to, that also is equivalent
Yeah.
to bringing you joy and lifting you up in your spirits.
Mm. The looking forward to,
Yes.
there's looking
Yes.
forward to. I actually share
Yes.
that with clients. I also do one-on-one work, and
Mm.
I share that with clients. It's like things we can look forward to. It really helps
Mm-hmm.
us because it gives the
Mm-hmm.
mind to, okay, I got to be in today, but there's
Mm-hmm.
something good around the corner.
Yes.
Versus our
Yes.
mind often is stuck of like, what's the bad thing around the corner? What can go
Uh,
wrong?
uh,
What is all the problems going to happen? Which life
uh,
hasn't.
Right.
We all
Yes.
have something.
Yeah.
I mean, me and
That's
you
life.
have got something we're
Yes.
dealing with in our lives. There's no way around it.
Absolutely. Yes.
But can we
Yeah.
plant
Mm-hmm.
things we look forward to? And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
love about what your work is.
Mm-hmm.
So many ideas to have fun.
There's a lot of ideas. So back to your question about the chapters in the book. Each chapter, well, as you've read it, you know that each chapter doesn't line in, so you could pick that book up in the middle, grab a
Yeah.
chapter, read it, pick one at the end. And often it's I share a chapter with somebody that I know that's going through something that
Mm,
could align with a chapter. So for example, one of my chapters is on unconditional giving.
mhm,
And so I've done a lot of work in the charitable sector, and one of my or what there's a story in the book about meeting this wonderful philanthropist, and she taught me about unconditional giving, about giving
mm,
purely without expecting anything in return, and how that's the most beautiful part of giving that you can do in life.
mm,
And so if someone is struggling with that, if someone's struggling with, okay, I gave to this charity, or I gave my time to volunteer, and I didn't get a thank you, or I didn't get attention, or I didn't get embraced. This chapter is about the if you can embrace that unconditional giving, where you're just giving just from your purely from your
mm.
heart, not to be recognized, not from what I think I think the money should go or help, and you just release it. It is just such pure it's just such pure joy in your heart to be
Yeah.
able to do that. So at times I would share that chapter with someone that might be struggling in that area. Or I have a chapter called the C word, which is all about
Mhm.
communications. And so relationship based, if there's, I think communication is one of the toughest things to do in our
Oh,
life, but
yes.
also one of the most rewarding. If we can get it right and communicate with each other, it is fireworks, right?
Oh,
Fireworks
yeah.
happen. And so that's another chapter perhaps I might share with somebody. Or I know, I think probably one of the most popular ones is called Get Outside Your Bubble. And when I was doing this
Mhm.
reflection on how I live my life this way, I do stretch beyond. Like, again, put myself in situations that are not like where I've never been, or perhaps might be
Mm.
uncomfortable, or I just want to meet the world, and it can be a big world, but putting yourself out there and then getting those rewards back are they're
Ah,
amazing.
which really echoes this, life really begins outside the comfort zone.
Oh yes.
Right? Like, yeah,
Oh yes.
there's a lot of things are very comfortable, and we need comforts. We need
Hmm.
to have our own bubble and to recharge,
Yes.
but then not just living in it, and then expanding, like
Hmm.
challenging ourselves.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is what you're doing.
Yes. Oh
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Building a business on fun. That's a bit
Yes.
of a
I mean,
challenge.
totally. Like, while the subject
What?
is fun,
Yeah.
there's also stress that comes with it. There's challenges. There's obstacles. Like any business,
Correct.
you gotta hit a
Correct.
wall. You're like, oh
Correct.
shoot, now what? So,
Yes.
I guess for listeners who are wondering, well, life is serious.
Mm,
Like how
mhm,
like
mhm,
you got to be serious about the problems, and
mhm, mhm.
why is it even necessary to have fun? You just got to deal with problems and don't have fun. Like, right?
Yes.
What would
Well,
you say? And
yes, that's the big thing about fun,
yeah.
right? If you are filling your cup of fun and lightness and brightness, and you can't handle the tougher stuff that comes your way because your cup is full. So think about when
Mm,
you're, say you've had a very busy week, you've late meetings, early meetings, you're not getting your exercise in, you're not eating maybe well, maybe you're uh, things are a pressure cooker, and on that Saturday something comes your way. I don't know, like your, I don't know, newspaper doesn't arrive, people don't order newspapers anymore, but
yeah,
well, my husband
I,
does,
I,
but
I remember those days. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And then you just blow your gasket, right? Where's the newspaper? It should be
yeah.
arriving Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I wanted to, read the sports section or whatever you wanted to do. But when your cup is full and you're strong, that's no problem. But when
Mm,
it's empty, it's a problem. So when you're having fun and you're building that into your life, you can handle things that come your way. And
yeah.
I also am a firm believer, if I had another, if I wrote that book again today, I'd write a chapter of you can have fun and still be sad and be
Yes.
down at the same time, but you still can have fun. You can still allow yourself to laugh and play because you need to. It's an outlet. It's an outlet for you.
This is so important to be heard because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when we think of fun, people think, oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
like, toxic positivity. I just,
Right. Right.
everything is good, everything is wonderful.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is not what you're saying. What you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
actually, you can have both, which is,
Mm-hmm.
in a way, very mindfulness space. It's like space for
Mm-hmm.
what is. You can be
Yes.
sad or hurt, disappointed,
Mm-hmm.
agitated,
Mm-hmm.
and you can choose to have fun. You're not suppressing those emotions,
That's right.
but
And
you
it can help you get
right,
through your tough journey.
right,
Yes. But you're right. People really do misunderstand that or don't
yeah,
allow that for themselves. I have a story. My mom,
mm,
she unfortunately had cancer and was passing away.
oh,
So we brought her to live with us so we could care for her and also spend the last months with her and as much as we could and have moments of joy
yeah,
with her and also the important reflections together of life as hers was ending. And I mean, maybe mom used to have a lot of fun together, but we had the most fun when she was dying because there's so many opportunities for laughter together. She was on significant medication, so she was always kind of
mm,
high and saying silly things, and we were laughing all the
wow,
time together, and it was such a beautiful space, as a way. It's of course, saying goodbye to your mother and watching her die right in front of you is awful. It's awful,
yeah,
but that laughter together that we had, it just
wow,
made it such a beautiful experience versus a really it was a horrific experience, but it also was beautiful at the same time because we had a lot of laughter together.
mm. What a gift that you gave her and she gave you. Like,
Oh,
what a
absolutely.
parting gift
Yes.
of just
Mhm.
joy and just bracketing life. And now she's
Yes.
gone, but
Yes.
yeah, what a chapter to share together.
Yes, I did have to
Yeah.
kidnap her though, essentially though.
Did you?
To bring her, I did. She lives in a different town, and I pretty much had to kidnap her to come live with us. But that's part of the fun joy of that too. No, you're not going home. I've kidnapped you, mom.
No, you're coming with me. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, how beautiful is that?
yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
So this capacity, what I'm hearing you speak, it just what lands for me is this is a lot about resilience
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it's bouncing back from challenges by really nurturing positive things.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about
Mm-hmm.
filling your cup
Mm-hmm.
and nurturing positive emotions in psychology. That's something important too. Nurture
Mm-hmm.
positive emotions while
Mm-hmm.
honoring challenging emotion. So
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say a little bit about this you call fun health? Is that what
Mm-hmm.
fun health is?
Yes, it
Yes.
is. So rewinding the clock back to when you asked the question regarding, how did I, what transformation
Yeah.
that I did to get here, where I explained I didn't really have a transformation except for my research and trying to understand how I'm living this way where I could share it with others. And during this research period, and I work in the healthcare sector, health is part of my life and it's part of everybody's life. And what I researched is, we talk a lot about like physical health, mental health, gut health, skin health,
Mm,
hair health, diet health. Like we talk about health to the tune.
right?
How many times a day do you think we talk about health? Like amongst your friends, or I mean, you're in the health
Oh,
sector, so you talk
yeah,
about it a
all
lot.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So how many times a day average do you think we talk about health?
The average person, how much we
Yeah, the
talk about
average
health?
person. Yeah. Hmm.
Whew, let's say 50 times.
Okay. Well, it's 10 times on average.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, well, 50 times probably for you and your sector because
Yeah,
you're in the
yeah.
health sector. I'm probably like 100 times a day.
Yeah.
So we're talking about health all the time. You're always talking about your doctor. You can't find a doctor. You can't get
Mm,
into your doctor or the specialist, or you're at the hospital. You had a friend that had this
right.
experience, or I have this pain. Um, and so we're talking about health, but we're not talking about fun health. Where fun
Mm,
health, if you prioritize fun or learn how to build those fun habits into your day, that can manage your anxiety. It can reduce your stress. It actually is good for your vitality. Like stress sucks the life out of us, right? It makes us
Yes.
like wrinkly and dry and unhappy and tired and our bones ache. But fun, like prioritizing fun and that lightness in your life is just so good for us. So
Mm,
that's what I'm calling fun health. And if we can start to talk about fun health, and I can inspire you to start having more fun, and then you inspire 10 more people to have fun, I'm
mm,
calling that the fun movement, where we can inspire the world to
mm,
prioritize fun in our life as a must have, not a nice to have.
mm. See, so interesting. Just before you said prioritize, I was thinking about that.
Hmm.
Talking about it puts it in the forefront in our life. Like,
Right.
what am I doing to nurture my fun?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. I got into laughter yoga in
Yes.
2007
Yes.
because that's exactly what I was aching. Is a little just like I'm needing more fun. Like
Mm.
life just turned really serious, right? And
Okay.
so there's something about nurturing these emotions. What would you say some of the daily habits? I know
Mm.
you speak, you have many tools in your toolbox, but what are
Mm-hmm.
some daily habits of fun that listeners can
Okay.
consider?
Well, another part of my living lively framework, in addition to the fire in the belly, is to track how many times in a day that you say why versus why not. So if you are saying why more than why not, you need to flip that around. When you say why not, why not? Why not me? Why not try to run a marathon? Why not go and try paddleboarding? Why not go to
Mm.
a comedy show tonight? Why not learn how to knit? Like, so
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
say why not, it just opens up. Like when you say
yeah.
why, and you are, well, I know for women,
Mm,
that we overthink, right? Why,
mm,
why, and you go down the rabbit holes, and things start. You just like have all the reasons why you should not do something, and then
mm,
by that time, that opportunity is floated right on by you, and you've talked yourself out of it, or it's too late. So practice saying why not, and count in your day, making sure you're saying why not more than why. Why not's going to
mm.
open it up for you.
I love that because it gives you a chance to lean into it. Like, why not go for a walk? Why not?
Why
Like,
not?
why not?
Yes. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not learn about laughter yoga?
Why
Like,
not?
why not?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And again, you're not stuck with it. Use your fire in the belly pulse check. So why not? You tried it. If it's not giving you a fire in the belly, you don't have to do it again. That's
Yeah.
okay.
So give something a chance. I guess what you're
Yes.
saying is,
Yeah.
and sometimes we're afraid, like, what if it's not going to be
Hmm.
fun? Well,
That's okay.
that's okay. Don't do
Yeah.
that again.
Yeah, don't do that. Your fire in your belly's gonna tell
No,
you.
like
Yeah.
there's no like the stakes are low, right? Like
Mhm.
we're not talking about
Mhm.
here go take high risks, but
No.
no, it's
No.
experiment with doing some fun activities, reaching out to
Mhm.
people,
Why not?
and why not?
Why not? And it doesn't have to be big things. Like when people think about fun, they're thinking again about that travel, or they're thinking about, bungee jumping, or they're thinking about some grand gesture. It
Yeah.
just make it every day. Make it in your little things every day. So for example, yesterday I had a day off work, and I love kayaking, and
Mm,
I just love kayaking, and I live in an area where you can just hop in your kayak like in a half hour, could be out on a lake going. But yesterday I thought, why not explore somewhere further?
yeah.
And yes, it might take a little bit of extra time, a little extra driving, a little extra planning, but it was like, talk about fire in your belly. Discovered a
Mm,
new area, a new lake to jump in and kayak around and swim, and it was gorgeous. And talk about
mm.
going to bed with a fire in my belly. I didn't need to. I didn't need to check in. It was there.
It was there.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was like a why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not try somewhere new? And it could just be something like that, or different, even just something as little as, I did some research on changing the route to work, or
Yes.
your walking route. Don't walk the same, like
Yeah.
don't walk the same every time. Switch it up, and you'll see something new. you'll might meet somebody new. Just switch up. Just switch up. Change your furniture. I do that at least once a year. Else,
Yeah.
okay, the living room's got to change, and it just gives me it just amps me up. It's a little change. Next morning, I wake up like, oh, the furniture's in this new spot. That looks really good, and it's just a
Oh,
little different. And these are just small tweaks that you can do every single day.
hello, everyone. I just wanted to quickly thank you for stopping by and watching this content. It truly means the world to me that you're interested in creating positive change. I also want to invite you to join our amazing community. I have free events online about mindfulness, mindfulness based stress reduction, laughter, as well as retreats that you can do from the comfort of your own home. And are you ready for this? Self paced program that you can do about mindfulness and stress reduction. So you can join the newsletter below to stay up to date on all these goodies. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and press that button. It really helps me to keep this content going and reach out to more guests. Thank you so much again, and may you continue enjoying watching this episode. See, it requires action. And I think it's
Right.
so helpful
Yeah.
what you're naming is there's a bit of behavioral change. Right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like we don't have to wait to feel amazing to go try
Mm-hmm.
something new. And
Yes.
what you're showing us is actually just go do it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Why not?
Like why not just do it? And I think that's something that gets a lot of people stuck is, oh, I'm not feeling motivated to do this, or I don't feel like it. I don't,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and but that keeps us stuck. And
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm-hmm.
you're inviting us to do is why not go do it,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't feel motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the fire in your belly check. So if you can remember that, like so one of the other tools you can put in your toolkit is remember. So now I will remember I went to tried a new spot, a new lake for my kayaking. How good that made me feel. So
Hmm.
next time I'm packing up my kayak to go somewhere and I just want to go for a quick kayak and like down the road, I'm going to remember how good that made me feel when I went somewhere different. So
Hmm.
just pack those feelings away and bring
Right.
them up when you're you're not doing the daily fun habits, and remember what it's like when you do the daily fun habits, and that should inspire you.
So you can go back to them.
Go
So you're
back to
really
them.
building a repertoire of fun stuff.
Oh yeah, like this file folder is
There's
full
a
of
there's a
fun.
massive file folder of fun stuff. But you know, for this file folder to exist, you've really had the courage to give yourself permission
Oh.
to do that. You know, I can
Mm-hmm.
imagine going from working
Mm-hmm.
in tech and nonprofit, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got to be serious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what if people don't take you seriously if you're just
Mm-hmm.
laughing? And like, I think maybe sometimes people
Mm-hmm.
mix that. Can you speak about that? How that stops people
Yes.
from
Yes.
like what are people going to think of me if I'm having fun? I need to
Yes.
be serious.
Yes. Yes. I remember that reminds me of a story. I think I was probably in my 40s, maybe even late 30s. I was doing a job interview, and I right now I don't have much color in my hair, but sometimes I'll have some pink and
Mhm.
different colors. And I was being interviewed. I think I had a slice of purple in my hair, and the lady behind the desk, I can't remember what job she was interviewing me for.
Yeah.
She just said, "Look, I can't hire you." Even though it's quite qualified. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, help me explain why. Well, we can't hire somebody with like purple in their hair.
Oh wow.
I'm like, oh. And so I thought about that quite a bit.
Wow.
And um, so definitely stuck in perhaps judgment, old ways. You should look this way. You should act this way. And I feel I'm living proof where I've still stood my ground, being true to myself. I'm going to put color in my hair. I'm going to offer a world record laugh session, which is kind of kooky. I'm going to stay true to myself, and I feel I still have a good balance of being serious when I need to be, and then prioritizing fun and laughter and play the rest of the time.
Mm.
And I also feel there's many reasons. I've done a lot of research on
Mm.
the why we don't prioritize fun. So there's guilt,
Yeah.
right? Many of us were raised to, work first, play second. It's not a priority, or grow up.
Right.
right? Grow up. It's time
Yeah.
for you to grow up, get a job, be responsible, have a family, do all the things you need to be doing, get a good career, get a job, make money, buy a house. It's not. It's time to stop playing and having fun. Myself, my mother, bless her, she used to say to me, "Treena, you have to stop gallivanting." I said, "Mom, I love gallivanting." She said, you just stay home and cook your family dinner, so they'll be fine. They can boil some eggs." But she said, "You're just always gallivanting." And so that, that was a very 1950s mindset.
Yeah.
And so there is a lot of that, like how we were raised. Another philosophy, so Dr. Mike Rucker, he's a organizational psychologist,
Mhm.
and he's done a lot of work in the fun sector. And he says we've just lost the fun habit,
Yeah.
which is right. We've lost having a habit of fun in our day. And so he talks a lot about, again, as adults, we're kids, easy to play as kids, right? We tell kids, in fact, go outside, play.
Go
Like,
play. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
go play. You got to get some zoomies out. I'm like, what? People should be telling
We
you and
got
I to
zoomies
go get
too.
our I know we got bigger zoomies than that 5-year-old. Please tell us to go play.
Totally.
And so losing that fun habit. And the National Institute of Play, they've done a lot of research where like play for adults is as important as the air that we breathe.
Mm.
And we're born with a play nature, and then it's stewarded by how we're raised and the play that we did, if we were outside or had free play or structured play or whatever we're playing with. And then as adults, again, we grow out of that play state, but your play nature is still there. And that's another piece of knowing your play nature. So I do a lot of work in helping people identify like their anti-fun. So
Mm.
your play nature might be movement, right? It might be outside and movement, but maybe you're inside a lot. So that might be another rub why your cup is not full, because you might not be doing
Uh-huh.
your fun or your play. So there's a lot of research. You can actually go onto their website, discover your play personality, and start really aligning it with your play. So that could be another reason why people aren't doing their play. And then there's another woman,
Mhm.
Catherine
And
Price.
what is that
Oh
website
yeah,
you said? Sorry, what was that?
the National Institute of Play.
National Institute of Players for
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can Google it and then hop on there, and they've got
Okay.
eight play personalities that you can discover.
Mm.
And then there's another woman called Catherine Price, and she wrote a book, The Power of Fun. And she really blazes, I'm not going to tell you something you don't already know, but that technology has squashed our fun. We're spending a quarter of our time on our technology.
Yeah.
And, we know there's rabbit holes that we go down, the doom scrolling.
Mm.
And that's really affecting our fun, is all the technology. So there's a lot of theories out there about the why we're not prioritizing fun in
Mhm.
our life.
Which really makes it why it's not a luxury. Like,
Yes.
it's something
Mm-hmm.
that, I was sharing in
Mm-hmm.
your bio
Mm-hmm.
about, fun is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So what else have you seen in terms of why is fun a luxury? Why many people think fun is a luxury when it's a necessity?
Yeah. Again, it's back to that. We're talking about the health all the time, and
Yeah.
we're not talking about prioritizing the fun. And all those reasons why of the guilt, that it's frivolous,
Right.
it's for children, I'm grown up, I need to be taken seriously. That's all. That all needs to be put aside, and
Yeah.
really embracing that when I have fun, I'm a better person.
Right.
I'm a better parent. I'm a better friend. I'm a better partner. I'm a better in my career. I'm just a better human when I'm lighter and I'm brighter. When I laugh, I'm releasing dopamine. That's
Mhm.
the feel good hormone. It's actually addictive. So the more you laugh, well, you
Yeah.
know this in your laughter yoga, the more you laugh,
Yeah.
that it's like, I call it like a natural high. Like you can't
Yes.
you
Yes.
can't bottle that up. I mean, you probably can buy
Yes.
cocaine or something, but but this is natural.
Yeah.
And it's actually just so good for you. And when you're having fun, like your endorphins, those are just, they balance your hormones, they're just settle your anxiety. These are all
Mm.
things that we need to start practicing in this fun, so that we can feel that and we can see those results for
Mm.
ourselves. And also with it's good for your digestion. Like I've done a lot of research with family physicians.
Mhm.
Um, you know, the digestion and your
Yeah.
sleep and your moods, it just elevates it elevates it out. When you're having fun and you're laughing and playing, it elevates all those things that are going like this for you out.
Yeah. I mean, for so long, research is really pretty clear. Laughter is one of the
Mm.
best medicine. And we're not
Mm-hmm.
replacing our medicine, just saying, let's add laughter. Let's add
Mm-hmm.
fun. Like it's actually, so many of the things are free. Like so many things we can have fun
Yes.
are free. So it's like, let's
Yes.
go out and explore and adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You've experienced a lot of adventure, and
Yes. I
and
have.
you've done a lot of traveling as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would love to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
What have you found about joy and different
Mm-hmm.
cultures? How do
Mm-hmm.
different cultures
Mm-hmm.
experience joy?
So this has been part of my life quest. I say the last 20 years. I think I'm up over 50 countries now.
Mm.
The book was probably at 40. I'm up 50 countries,
Wow.
and I literally just there's lots of maps around my office, but I have a map. I literally close my eyes and just like put my finger on a country. I've not been there before. I'm going there. And again, I'm not pre-planning ahead of time.
Mm.
Because part of my amping up is last minute and fun. And so for example, I was in Thailand
Mhm.
last year, and they are a land of smiles. So
Mhm.
that was I
Yeah.
was very interested in that country. Like how, is this true?
Yeah.
And 100%, this is the first country I've ever traveled in where people smile before I smile, and I smile really
Right.
quick. Like I'm
Yeah.
smiling like this,
What? They
and
beat you to it?
yeah, every
Um,
person, they're just like automatic, like 1 second ahead of me. And a lot of the countries I go through on bike. I'm a cyclist, and I
ah,
love to do like cycling through a 10-day cycle through villages or a week.
mm,
For me, seeing uh, countries eye level and seeing the people and how they
yeah.
live is my type of travel. And so Thailand, as an example, everybody's smiling. And so then I would stop and just interview people and say, like, tell me how you like, what's your secret sauce to living life? Like, how are you living like this? And for Thailand, it is about really the people and the culture. They have everything. We have
Mm.
everything here. I mean, maybe living in poverty, but we have everything. We have our family. We have food. There's fish. We have fruits. We have vegetables. We have meat. We have
Ha,
protein. We have all the means for life. There's nothing more. They're living like a very simplistic culture, and it's plentiful for them.
very content.
Content and having a blast. They're so happy. That country is very happy,
Mm.
very happy, very lively, very vibrant. Another country I was at last year was Colombia, South America.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know what to expect. We know with the devastation of like the drug lords and the
Yes.
country and a lot of death, they're a country that's been rebuilding themselves. And so I wanted to know about how does a country recover from that. So, beautiful country, Colombia,
Mhm.
one of the most vibrant cultures. I mean, there's colors, there's art, there's dancing, there's music. People have big personalities. And so that was the other thing to learn from that culture. How, like, you probably lost your aunties and your uncles and your
Mhm.
cousins, and people have lost like close family members,
Yeah, a
best
lot of
friends,
death and
a lot of death. And
killings
it's,
and yeah.
yes, and it's a country of corruption, and they're still
Yeah.
trying to get through that. There's still corruption in the country, but they just their philosophy and their culture is about picking themselves up.
Mm.
We're picking ourselves up and moving forward, and that is the culture of the people there. And so there's an example of sadness and awfulness, and they're laughing and playing and dancing,
Right.
and that's another a great learning on how to live life.
Mm.
Yeah. So all these countries, there's so much learning from. So that's why. So I call it travel like Treena, and I go through these countries and I learn from their communities, their cultures, their villages, their generations on how they live lively. So I can bring that back to the rest of the world so that we can learn.
Mm. And you share that in your work as well, in your workshops
I
and
do,
events.
and my podcast, and yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
which just launched as well, which is really exciting.
yes,
Yes. Can you
yes.
speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
called the Finding Fun Experiment,
Mhm.
Cracking the Code to Health and Wellness. And I will be interviewing, just as I expressed, different generations, different
Mhm.
cultures, countries, communities. I do have one episode already that will be launched on interviewing some people from Colombia,
Mhm.
interviewing another second episode on interviewing people from Scandinavia. Scandinavia is
Mhm.
deemed one of the most happiest countries in
Yeah.
the world, and I was there actually last year, and they sure are. They they're talk about a country that's got things figured out.
Mhm.
It's quite a lovely, lovely country, and
Must be the sauna.
well, you know what? There was a lot of saunas, but it's nature. If for that
Yes.
country, it is nature.
Yeah.
Everybody is outside hiking in nature or skiing in the winter,
Mm.
or they're outside. They live outside. So that's their secret sauce
Yeah.
to living lively. They've got a great government system there. And so another episode is interviewing women over the age of 50 who their fun changes at 50. So that's the other thing
Mm.
to know, right? As we're through getting through our generations, it changes. And my fun today at 55 might be different when I'm 60. And
Yeah.
so that's another thing, to be very in tune with your fun and your anti-fun,
Mm.
because it does evolve and it does change over time. So what amped me up maybe at 40 is going to
Mm.
be different for my age at 55.
Mm.
Yeah, so lots of learnings and to share out with
Beautiful.
everybody. Yeah, and
Yes.
tips and tricks, and I'll be sharing all the tools for you to be able to build a fun habit into your life.
Mm. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, if it isn't, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's like
I gotta have that fire in my belly.
well, the launch of a podcast was a lot of fun. I had a chance to be
Yes,
part of
yes,
it, and just
yes.
just bringing people together to laugh, and
Hmm.
just positivity, really bringing
Hmm.
positivity, and really needing that in the world. Like a lot of
Hmm.
struggles, a lot of
Hmm.
terrible things are happening around the world, challenges,
Hmm.
injustices,
Hmm.
and why not fill our
Yeah,
cup
why
with good
not?
things? Why not?
Yes,
Because it doesn't help. We just got upset. I mean, of course, we're
yes,
going to feel upset, but
yes.
brewing in it is not helping anyone.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's so. To tell your audience, we had
Yeah.
a world attempt at breaking consecutive laughs and laughter signs in a row, and
Mhm.
the world record was 120. We got to 90, so
Pretty
almost
close.
pretty close, pretty close, and it was such a great journey. Especially what it taught me was a lot of people are very fearful of not being able to laugh,
Hmm.
especially on the spot. So I
Yeah.
got a comedian, and I got some the funniest people I know to come and be part of the special guest, and also to prove that laughter is contagious.
Yeah.
So there's actually a scientific mirror neuron that you and I have. So when you laugh, I laugh, like yawning.
Yeah.
And so that was also, don't worry, you're going to laugh. Like
Yeah.
when you see me laughing, you're going to laugh. And when you see this person laugh, especially the people that were laughter pros that did laughter yoga, they could
Yeah.
really get a laugh going. And so people were just laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. And that to me was the biggest um, beautiful part of that moment,
Yeah.
was seeing that the laughter chain amongst people from all over the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me of Dr. Kataria, who's the founder of Laughter Yoga.
Ah.
And, one of the things that I really love about what he says is he has a mission of world peace through laughter.
Mm.
Right. So,
Mm.
so in a way, like what you're doing
Mm.
makes me think of
Mm.
like world peace through fun. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like
Mm. Yes.
world
Yes.
peace through fun. That it's not just laughter. It could be fun things. You're not laughing in the moment, but you're having
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he speaks about let's make this go viral. Let's
Mm.
make this
Mm.
joy cocktail go
Mm.
viral. Let's
Mm.
bring goodness into the world.
Mm.
And I love what you have started, this movement
Mm.
of let's bring
Mm-hmm.
fun, and
Mm-hmm.
and finding however the expression of fun is for each of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't have to look any way. Just
No,
what
just if you're having your fire in your belly, that's it.
that's it.
You tell yourself
Whatever it might be, yeah. And,
whatever it
and
might be.
I know we're just almost at the end, but there's a couple more things I want to
Mm-hmm.
ask you about. There's actually a lot of things I want to ask you about, but I
Mm.
just narrow it
I'm
down to a
glad you
couple
find me
more.
so interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Whew.
Well, there's fire in my belly.
Yeah, yay!
You know, one of the things you speak about is fun vision
Mm-hmm.
and fun code. So what's
Mm-hmm.
fun vision and what's fun code?
Well, fun. So everybody I think about this as like a roadmap. So where do I want to go? If I don't
Mm,
know where I'm going, how do I even know how to get there? So when you have your fun vision, you need to identify what do you for you what would fun look like when you're having fun every day? What does that look like for you? So if
mm.
I'm asking you for you, what does that look like? Maybe you're doing that right now, or maybe you want it to be better.
You know, one of the reasons that I keep doing these podcasts, I really have fun. I really enjoy it.
Okay,
Right?
okay, yeah,
While it's work, there's preparation. It's something
yeah,
I'm doing on the side on top of my work.
mm-hmm,
But I find it's fun. It's fun connecting, learning,
mm-hmm,
sharing.
mm-hmm.
I find this fun. So right now is fun for me.
That's your
Um,
vision.
yeah, like
Yeah.
and for today, what else is fun? I love also a lot of sports. When you're
Mm-hmm,
saying what's fun for me is a lot of
mm-hmm,
movement.
mm-hmm,
So the working out, running, hiking,
mm-hmm.
ping pong. I love ping pong.
Ah,
Love ping
okay.
pong.
Right on.
Super ping.
Okay, good to know. I'm writing that
Yeah,
down.
yeah, ping pong. Yeah. What else is fun? There's also like quiet fun for me, which is meditation. I teach mindfulness and meditation. That actually helps me see fun things in life.
So I see then that your fun vision then is when you're achieving your fun vision, you're moving, you're playing some games, you're having some quiet, you are learning and connecting with people, you're always in self development. I would say you're always learning and you're on a quest for curiosity and getting that thirst being solved for you. So did that identify your vision?
Totally. The
Okay.
movement, it's so interesting saying it out loud like this. I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you naming it. There's the movement and there's the stillness. The stillness for me, like meditation, mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
really helps me open up to see where I'm
Mm-hmm.
at in the day, to kind of take the temperature of my being, my body, my emotions, my mind, and really
Yeah.
helps, like it really makes me more absorbent to
Okay.
choosing fun. So the
Right. So
stillness.
in this fun vision, you're very aware then. You're
Yeah.
very aware of what you need. And when you don't, you perhaps not playing enough ping pong or you're not moving your body or you're not still enough, then things start to slide for you. So your
Yeah.
fun code really is, again, making sure you are filling that up. So you're making sure that you are keeping yourself accountable to playing
Mm,
ping pong with a friend, and it's not months that goes by that you don't
right.
play it, right? Because that can happen too. Like I love playing tennis,
Yes.
and last year I didn't play a lot of tennis, and I wasn't keeping myself accountable to it, and I really
Mm,
missed it, just like probably you in ping pong.
yeah.
And so this year I'm making myself accountable. I'm making sure I'm playing tennis more often. And so a fun code is, again, cracking the ways that you need to be able to make sure you're meeting your vision. So it can be, again, asking yourself why not. It's being aware of what you need and making sure you
Right.
get it. Another tip I can leave your audience with is become a bucket and fun list addict. A good addict, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, for example, and it could be anything. It could be on your phone. It could be an Excel spreadsheet. It could be, chicken scratch sticky note. But a bucket list is just something you want to achieve in the future. So something you got your eye on, right? So maybe you want to, try. Uh, oh my gosh, not tennis,
Pick it
not.
ball. Pick what's it called?
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. Yes,
pickleball.
maybe try pickleball. Yeah,
I
throw that
misspelled
on
it.
your list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said
Yeah.
picket ball. It's not picket. It's pickle.
Pickleball, not
I
picket,
was
but pickle.
imagining like actual pickles, right? I'm like,
Yeah,
are they throwing pickles at each other?
they might be. You got to go. Why not? Go find out. So throw that on your bucket list. I want to get to it one day. Maybe I want to take like a guitar lesson. Maybe I want to go to like a concert
Yeah.
in like one of my favorite cities, or I see a ball game, whatever it is. And then that can be like something that you that you're working towards, and set yourself some timelines. Like maybe this is over the next year, or maybe it's next month,
Mm.
and then start a fun list. So for me, if I see something fun, like for example, I love going to like farmers markets. That's like my jam. And so I'm going to put, oh, I see a new farmers market opened up in some part of town. I'm going to put that on my fun list. So when I've got my Saturday, I'm just going to pick up my fun list and pick something off there. And then there's science that says if you write it down, you're 40% more likely to do it. And then
Mm.
you've just got your fun list built, you got your bucket list built. So keep those lists, keep it accountable to what you know brings you fun, and start tracking it and picking it off your list.
What a fun homework. Okay, everyone. Here it is. Make your fun list, create it, and then one at a time. I mean, that's really feels very like lively, like living life.
Yes.
Living life while doing the things sometimes we don't like to do or have to
Mm-hmm.
do, but like that's
Mm-hmm.
living.
Mm-hmm.
That-
Because it's here. This is our life, our one life we've got, and it is here now for you.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Don't no, of course not. That's right.
Yeah.
We delay a lot, don't we? Later, like a lot of people
Later.
later have that mindset. Oh,
Oh
when
my
I
gosh.
retire, then I will, or
Oh,
when I get this thing, or when fill in the blank, I get this amount of money, or then when whatever, then I can have fun. But wow, nothing is guaranteed that later will happen.
you have today. That's what you've
Yeah,
got. Go
yeah,
get it. Go
yeah,
get your lively. Live lively.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are really walking the talk, and so this has been so much fun,
Mm,
and really like there's a breath of fresh air. It's like I can
mm,
feel in your truth, like you're really living
mm,
your truth.
mm,
And I have to say, it also takes courage what you're doing.
mm,
It takes courage, it takes tenacity, it takes persistence to go. You know what? I'm gonna follow my heart. I'm gonna create what I
mm.
want to create, and it's just that's it. That's it. I'm just
And I want this for you. I want
yeah,
this for you, your audience, the world. It can be done. You can do it. You
yeah.
can make fun a daily habit and laugh every day and play every day. You can live lively. You can do this.
Well, what a joy, what a fun to be with you. And I'm wondering, how can people find you? What's the best way? And I'll put it in the
Ah.
show notes.
Okay. Well, easy enough. Just hop on my website, www.minddoodles.ca. Name of the book. And then you can find all my socials and my podcast. And the Mind Doodles come from, you can see, you probably already know this, but look like, think all the things that are swirling around up here.
Right, right, right.
Doodle, 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 doodle. There's a lot of mind doodling happening
There's
up
a
there. I
lot
got
of yeah.
Oh yeah, if I could move my camera without things falling apart, I would. But my whole office is full of sticky notes and ideas are everywhere. I've got poster boards outside in the hallway with ideas. These ideas are always generating.
It's like a factory. You have a factory of mind doodles, but you're capturing them like right.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of doodles.
A lot of doodles, a lot of happy
Yeah.
doodles.
Yes.
Happy
Yes.
doodles. Well, thank you so much. And I'm wondering, anything
Mm.
else you want to share before we end?
I just would like you to think about, if we all live this way, if we inspire
Mm,
people to live this way, to prioritize the fun, prioritize the laughter, the play in your daily, and then you're inspiring another person and you're inspiring another 10 people and you're inspiring
mm,
another 20 people, think about the end result. Think about the world. We're going to be lighter and brighter and healthier.
mm.
All because we had fun.
Yes. So fun can elevate life.
Mm-hmm.
So taking the pause to bring fun back into your life, and let's elevate all of us.
Mm-hmm.
How beautiful is that? Thank you so much for your bright,
Oh.
shining smile and heart. Like to give you a big hug. You're here in person.
Yes, yes, we can do that. See, why not?
Why not? Why not? A true joy, and may
Mm,
it continue elevating your mission, your vision. May you continue to support people and continue to have fun in the journey. And I want to thank all the listeners for listening. If you're watching, please send this episode to as many people as you can. invite them to bring more fun into their life. And if you find this useful and helpful and you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps me share more of this work. Thank you, everyone. May your moments be filled with ease and may you be present in as many of them. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this content, check out what's coming up next right over here. Thank you.